Peter Fury, and don't forget to subscribe to Porky's Corner, because I've been a helmet of the month and you need to listen to me. Yeah? So follow him, yeah? And get the fella some followers up, for Christ's sake. He wears his heart on his sleeve, the good man Russ. So follow Porky's Corner, says it as it is, and you know, I appreciate the helmet of the month, Russ. No problem.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, mate.
Is the politics in boxing, as they always call it, or whatever it is behind the scenes, is that sometimes as much as a fight, you know, out of the ring?
Look, you say the politics, don't you? I look on the social media, yeah, and it's all cringe, utter fucking shite that I look at. Yeah, I turn it off. The speeches out some of them's mouth, the way they go on, the way they conduct themselves, they're not welcome through my fucking door. Yeah, I don't roll like that. You know, listen, I'm not saying they're wrong. It's just the way I see it myself. I can't be bothered with all this arse licking up and down to get on a show. Yeah, you don't want me on the show? Fuck off, go somewhere else. You know, listen, it is what it is. You know, I can only speak how I see things. I think boxing has become a cringe sport for the dickheads that's in it. I'm interested in real fights, real fighting men, getting it down in here, getting it on in the ring. That's all we're interested in at the end of the day. We ain't interested in anything else. We ain't interested in sticking our chest out and wanting to be the best trainer in the world. We want to be this, we want to be that. You know, I want to be more famous than the fighter. Let's get all rid of all that shit what I see on social media 24/7, yeah? And let's get the fighter where he needs to be. It's all about...
Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. Today I'm joined by Max. How are you doing, Max?
I'm good. Yourself?
Great. I'm okay. Right, you will want to know, you went abroad to fight somebody in your second fight. Who was the guy you should have been fighting?
It was a guy called something Pavel Sowak or something like that. But they replaced him with a guy called Thomas Pollock. So 2 fights out, they asked me, you know, your guys pulled out. Do you want to still fight? You know, I said, you know what? I've got to pay my dough. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm there to fight. And, you know, I don't want to be criticised for bailing out. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered about it. I'm there to have a dust up. You know what I mean? So, and he was a southpaw.
Max having dust ups.
Yeah, but the thing is look, this. Yeah, but you're one of the people keep saying at the top of the tree, no one's fighting each other.
Yeah, but we don't mean to say that we need puddings to be fighting puddings, because you're a pudding, Max.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for that. So, you know, and this is the thing. No one's fighting. So, and he was a southpaw, very heavy-handed. I took some heavy shots. I think it threw my mind a little bit because he was southpaw. And Julian seen the video. He says, "I'll tell you what, it's the second southpaw you've been thrown at. We're going to do more work on to deal with southpaws, and it does throw your mind." And it did in there. You know, I was just, you know, you have to use your right hand a lot more, and you know, I wasn't the most equipped, but couldn't knock me out or do anything, and I just lost the fight really. But you know, it should have been. This is where the waters get muddied. You know, they said it was going to be an expedition, etc., etc. You've seen the letter that's gone in to the commission to BoxRec.
Yeah, but yeah, you can do all that all day back, but who's advising you behind the scenes?
It was that wasn't the normal guy I used for my last fight.
Yeah, but no, you've got to understand, you know, when they're putting kids up, getting kids wins against foreign guys like yourself, you're on shows with 29 fights, aren't there? The 29 fights on your show, weren't there? So if you rock up and he goes, look, I'm going to pull opponent at last minute, Max, are you happy with that? You're already out there. You're like me going to Turkey. Once you start ripping all your teeth out, you're just going to turn around and say, well, I'm here now, aren't I? So if it's going to cost extra, I might as well just pay it. Or get your family to pay it, because at the end of the day, you're a captive audience. You're a captive audience. You're in another country. You're there to fight the spot opponent. You've already paid your flight.
Yeah.
So you felt obliged not to let them down. But what you should have really said was, fuck off. That's what you should have said. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Slipping opponent. So you're training for a right-handed guy and he slips in a left-handed guy at last minute.
Basically, yeah.
All this thing about, but everything that I said to you, what happened, It happened. So I hope that you're going to take it on board now. And moving forward, you're going to watch for these little things, especially when you're fighting in another country. You've gone out there with no trainer, no manager, no advisor. You can't just rock up, Max, with a Puma bag with all your stuff in, your gum shield, your gloves, and all that. You can't just do that. You're not Glenn Johnson. So you're 1-1 now, then, Max, by the looks of it.
Yeah, by the looks of things, but that's the only one. That's the only one that I've lost going on my record now for a long time.
You've only fucking won one, though, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, it's going to go 2-1, 3-1. You watch. There'll be a roll now. There's a roll.
Max, how are you doing with your diet? Are you going to hit 16 stone before May 31st?
You've already taken 100 quid off me, so
I took it off you to teach you a lesson, Max. It's like I took that 800 off Mickey Theo. You shouldn't gamble with the poker. So if you lose, you lose. You know what I mean? How are you, Mickey Theo? Hope you well. Big shout out, Mickey Theo, man who pays his debt. Proper gentleman. Right, Max. We'll move on from the adventures of Maximus. Because you didn't win, Max. You didn't win, mate, but you're carrying off like Mayweather. No, I'm not, Max. Max, we always have banter. We had a bit of banter yesterday. We always have a laugh, don't we? You ring me up calling me a wrong and blah, blah, blah. Life's about creating memories. What will be, will be. We're all going to go one day, aren't we?
Yeah.
But good luck with your boxing, Max, but I think you're shit at it. You need to give it a miss. You're not a boxer.
No, cheers, mate.
You can't, Max. You couldn't box fucking eggs. So give it a miss, you're going to get hurt. I'm telling you, you're going to get hurt, Max. You mind you keep with that big slow, Max, you're slow look. You're a lovable lummox, Max. With a teddy boy quiff. Look at you with quiff. What are you going to do when you get in with Fraser Clark and you start whipping them bombs around you? Your quiff's going to go, woo, woo, woo.
You're a horrible bastard today, aren't you?
Looking too right, I am. Right, listen. Tyson Fury, Dylan White. What did you make of it all, Max? Come on, let's have the big Max verdict. What did you think to it?
You know what? I'm a bit disappointed in Dillian White.
Cold in here. Yeah, go on.
You know, I'm a bit disappointed because I thought it would have came with a little bit more of a, I don't know, venom with him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to outbox Fury, you know. And to be honest with you, coming out Southpaw, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what the tactic was. I don't know if it was trainers.
What were your tactics, Matt, going to another country with no trainer? Were your tactics good? Do you know what that's like doing, Matt? Do you know what that's like? No, that's like going to Australia as a driver for Ferrari for Formula One Grand Prix and not bringing any mechanics for fucking car, isn't it?
Getting fucking slaughtered today, ain't I? Fucking hell.
People have been emailing me, can you slaughter that, Mark? Look, it's a non-profit making channel, isn't it? And what we do, we try to have a bit of fun and a bit of banter, that's all. Mark, you're an easy target for me, Mark, because I'm a bully.
It's a good job I can take it, isn't it? Fucking hell, I'm thick-skinned.
I'm a bully, Mark. You're not allowed to say anything about anybody these days if you're a bully. You can't say that. You're a bully. Don't look at me like that. You're bullying me. It's all PC gone mad. Get to fuck with your PC. I don't give a fuck about PC shit. We're in the middle of a world war here. Nobody's going on about it. And the war I'm on about is Warren and Hearn. They're not putting no on, are they? What's going on? 10 years, what have they put on? 7 fights, 8 fights. What's that?
Like you said, no one's fighting at the top, is there? There's no fights. What fights are happening now? What are you excited for in a minute? What do you think? Oh, that'd be good, or can't wait to...
Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields.
But is that as best as going to get?
Oh, sick, Joshua, that's not done, is it?
Well, you know, that's a full gone conclusion. You know what I mean? You know, Usyk's going to win that.
You think Big Meech is... Big Meech is going to pull out of that Usyk fight and go for an easier touch to try and get a bit of confidence back?
He needs to do something because he needs to get rid of his hangers-on, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at it, you look at like the greats, your Lennox Lewis's. When Lennox Lewis got beaten by Ratman, he totally changed things up, didn't he? He thinks, right, I need to change this. And he fucked off to Kronk Gym and moved his way out there for a good 20 weeks for his next fight, which I can't remember it was. Then won that. Then he took on Ratman again. Did it the right way. And he needed to change things up. I think that's what Joshua needs to do. He needs to get rid of this like 258 management, get someone to manage it, concentrate on his boxing, like stop being a businessman and just go. I'd say, if I was him, I'd say, right, you know what, Eddie Reynoso, I'll come out here, you tell me where to live, and you got me for 20 weeks before we fight Usyk. That's what I'd say if I was him. You need to change it up. You need to make it so uncomfortable, the camp, so the fight is all right, maybe comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
do you think that Joshua recently, Max, may have slipped into the old, it's hard to get up in the morning when you're wearing silk pajamas?
it's just not hungry, is he?
No, I don't. I don't hear him screaming to get back in my Usyk. He got totally broken down in that fight, mentally, physically, emotionally, broken down and getting rid of trainers and sacking people left, right, and centre. The moral of the story is this: they activated the rematch clause October the 8th. Well, what would it? May 18th today? What's that? 7.5 months.
Yeah.
And there's no date. So as far as I'm concerned, Joshua is filling his diaper, his nappy. Filling his nappy. He's full of shit anyway. And he's surrounded by shit. And he's swimming in a shit feast now. Because he's swimming against the tide against Usyk, because he's got an answer for everything as a magician, isn't he? And he's a southpaw.
You know, Russ, it's a shame because you want to back the Brit to win, but how can you back that?
Can you?
No, you can't. And he needs to change it up. I mean, is Angel Fernandez really the answer?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You need someone who's got credibility. So this is the thing. What drives Canelo? Canelo's probably as rich as Joshua, if not richer, right?
Richer, yeah, it's a lot richer.
Yeah. So what gets him? What drives him? You know, this is what you need to know. You need to know.
What drives him? $35 million a fight, 3 times a year. That's under £2 million. £2 million a week. He's on him, Canelo. That's just from boxing. So if you're on guaranteed £2 million a week, you're going to maximise your earnings. He'll fight for another 5 years. He'll end up a billion. He'll be sports first billionaire in Canelo. Him or Mayweather.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing you need to. But that's what I think Joshua needs to adopt what they're doing.
Yeah.
And get rid of all the people over here and go there for a bit.
Yeah.
Might give him an insight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, might do. What did you think to Amir Khan and Kell Brooks' retirement?
I think Kell Brook will come back if it's the right fight. Both of them will. If something's right for them, they will come back for one more. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't just go out. I mean, it's the same thing with Fury. You can't just go out on like a high or a big crowded, platform and suddenly say overnight, "Oh, I'm done." You know, Fury's not done. Definitely not.
No.
So look, this is how I look at it. And I know you asked me the question, this is diverting a bit, but when we talk about Fury and he's saying, "Oh yeah, that's me done with boxing," and and he says in the press conference, "Oh, if it's a game, I've completed it." No, you haven't completed it, Mr. Fury. Haven't at all. You got to beat Usyk. That's it. Then maybe, because he's got an O as well next to his name. So have you. One of those O's have got to go in that heavyweight division between you two. So beat him convincingly, then we can maybe say, yeah, you are the greatest of your era.
I think it's Joshua and Usyk. If he beats them, you don't need to say put Yoka into that mix now, but if he does Joshua and Usyk, you've got to say he's better. And maybe Joe Joyce. if Tyson fights Jojo, it's Joshua and Usyk. He goes down as a GOAT of his era, greatest of his era, and he'll go down as a top 20. He'll go down as a top 20. You don't get near the top 10 because he's not got the his pedigree is fantastic, but he hasn't got the opponents, has he, to give him a.
But is that his fault though?
No, it isn't. It's not Tyson Fury's fault. All he can do is beat who's in front of him, and he's probably the best of his era, but I think he's got to put Usyk. He's got to take them belts off Usyk now. It's a bit best here because the same age, they're both undefeated. That's probably a bigger fight than any out there for Tyson now. That maybe Joshua fight, but I don't think Joshua is going to want to fight with me. I don't think he's got the tools to do it.
No.
I think they're scared. I think they just want to pick money up. So if they just want to pick money up, why do they want to be going in Usyk again? Because they know he beats them. So I'd look to see that fight maybe not happening. I don't know, mate. We don't know unless there's mega money on the table. I don't know. There's a lot up in there at the moment, isn't there, with Sky and DAZN, which one Joshua's going to sign me and well, I don't call him Bean no more. I call him Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean. I see he gets in every nook and cranny. He's plenty to say for himself. We're pretty confident that Anthony Joshua's going to sign with Sky again. It's a great relationship. Well, he ain't fucking signed yet, has he been? You've been going on about it 4 months. Fucking Jesus. He might just do a Canelo. He don't need to sign with him. He'll just use him as he needs him, like a gun for hire. You know, I'll go on this platform for this fight. DAZN. I'll go on Sky Sports for this platform and chop and change. Just like Canelo, they're copying the Canelo blueprint. And that'll keep Eddie Hearn happy. It'll keep Sky on the toe. So I wouldn't look to see him signing a long-term deal with Sky. Because you're going to, what it is with boxing, you see, they all want to be in 2 camps, don't they? 99% of boxing people are two-faced cunts. You're in everybody's camp. Joshua wants to be in Eddie Hearn camp with DAZN and beat Jelly Bean camp, doesn't he? The one best of both worlds, because he's a greedy, but he's a greedy bastard, isn't he? But you know,
But the thing is doesn't Joshua? Well, doesn't Eddie Hearn like the actual manager of Joshua, regardless, isn't he?
No, Joshua's managed by himself, isn't he? And he'll have 258ers that are his advisors. They're not beginning Eddie Hearn a manager's cut off that. You can be a manager after 3 years. You should know that, Max. When you've had that license of yours 3 years, you can then you manage yourself. Till then, you need somebody to say, Max, don't do that. Don't fight that fight. Max, don't go there because they'll mess you about. Max, that's a good move. That ain't a good move. You need somebody to give that bit of advice. You can get that off Julian or whoever, can't you? Get it off me, anybody.
Yeah.
No. What do you think to this fight, Ross? Well, I think you'll get beat, Max. So what do you think to this one? I think you've got a better chance in that one than that one. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What does a manager do? You read this green book here, the green book. What a manager's job is to lay everything on and take care of everything so the fighter don't have to worry about it. But they very rarely do. The fighter gets his set up in the morning, he gets his breakfast done. He doesn't need mollycuddling. You don't need spoon feeding, do you, Mark?
No.
Do you know what Froch used to say to me? I used to say to him, well, how do you work it then with training? And he used to say, well, I had the 2 week on my own, and then I had a 12 week with Rob. You know, EIS, Rob McCracken.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who goes on your runs with you in the morning then, Carl? He says, I've done the same run every morning for years with Adam Folks. They do this run like 6.5 miles in 36 minutes, something like that. You know, forever checking the watch when you're at certain parts of Nottingham, when you know you're doing your run.
Yeah.
Now, Broch, he put the effort in, didn't he? But not everybody does, do they?
Yeah, they don't. No, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he didn't need anybody to tell him to get up in the morning, did he? Because McCracken ain't going to be there on the runs, even when he's at the EIS and they go out and do the runs. He's not going to be there with him. McCracken didn't do the runs with him. They're not going to do that. It's up to you to get yourself fit and keep yourself in condition. Even when, if you read what it says in your license in the book, it'll tell you what you have to do in between fights. Your job's to stay active, wait for the phone to ring, say you've got a fight, and keep fit. Your job is to keep fit. Dennis's last words to Dave Allen years ago: Dave, your job is to go to the gym You get paid a wage every week to go to that gym. That is your employment. That is work. You go do your sessions and you go on. Clinton Wood used to do his run in the morning, then go plaster, and then come home from work and go to gym at night. And he was a champion doing that, up to fighting Roy Jones. So, you know, when all these people, I need sponsors, or I need money and this and that, go and get a fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Max, a manager's job is to deliver for his fighter. You should be able to manage your son after 3 years. But you'll have figured it out by then anyway, won't you? Do you know all these flyby nights from Estonia, and where did you go last time? Prague.
Prague, yeah.
You're not going to get no favours out there, Max.
No,
They're going to look at you, big dummy, with teddy boy haircut, getting off at plane. Oh, that Max is here. They're not going to do you no favours. If it's going to be close on cards, you're going to lose on a split, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, what I noticed in your fight, every time he like held you, he never got into trouble. But when you did him, you got penalised, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're going to get things like that all the time. So I wouldn't read too much into it, Max. It was never about protecting your own, because that we're always going to go on it, mate. But we just didn't want it in the second fight, did we?
We want it like in the... But you know what? I'm there to fight. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know, what can you do?
Yeah, but we don't want you to be known as that guy who turns up and gets filled in, Max, do we? You don't want to be that guy, do you? Walking around with a black eye going, I've got a black eye, look, a badge of honour. You don't want to be that guy, do you?
No,
you don't want to be taking punishment, do you? You want to be dishing the punishment out, don't you?
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it. But what did you think to Linus Adopia against Denzel Bentley, Max?
I briefly watched the highlights. I didn't watch much yet. I got bored of it, to be fair.
Why? Good fight. I thought we were all right.
Yeah,
I don't mind them two, actually. I think they're both, you know, they're like tradesmen, aren't what they call them. It's a good trade fight, wasn't it? For a British title, they got a treat, didn't they, fans? So I thought
who did you have on before that? Who would win that?
Who did I have to win? I thought Linus Adopia beat Bentley. And
why?
I just think he's got a better style. But Denzel Bentley stuck at it, and he managed to
break him down.
So he has to be given loads and loads of credit for that, as far as I'm concerned, mate.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
What do you think to John Fuchs' retirement? Apparently,
and we heard this before.
I've heard this before, but I don't know. Then people are telling me that he's on a Dennis show fighting for a WBF international. I mean, he was retired 7 years, came back, had a 4-rounder, then he's been gone a year, and now he's back again. He's like hanging around like a bad smell. Why is that?
Is it because he doesn't know what has to do with his life? Is it
I don't know, but you've got to look at it like this. Dennis put him on box records, this WBF international guy. So he's had Crump back in 4 years. And after 4 years, we've got John Fuchs headlining. Isn't that right, Dennis? Dennis, come on, channel. Come and answer some real boxing questions, Dennis. You know that you used to give me stick, Dennis? Yeah, stick a billboard up, Porky. Stick it to Eddie. Sticking it to you now, Dennis. After 4 years, you're putting Fuki as an headliner. If Fuki retires, who's going to headline? Who's going to headline the 4-year celebration? What are they going to do?
Well, let's get Cash Ali out. Why aren't they getting him out?
Cousin next door spoke to him yesterday. They don't know what's happening. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Dennis needs help, doesn't he, now at the moment, doesn't he? He needs putting on medication, doesn't he? Dennis was 60 in a few weeks. Does he need parking up before he starts canvassing for people to go to his 60th? Before he starts flying people out to his 60th, because nobody will fucking go.
I just get Cash Ali out and try and say, look, you know, you get this, and even if you have to fight a dummy or whatever.
Listen, let's talk truth here. Is Cash Ali going to win a world title?
No, but
is he going to win a European?
He has got a European. Eh?
He's got an IBF European, but is he going to win a full European belt? Yes or no, Max?
No.
Right. Okay. Is he going to win a British?
Maybe.
Maybe that's his level. So why don't Dennis start getting him at British rankings and start pushing for eliminators? What are they doing with the kid? What is he, 21-1 or something? He's like one defeat, hasn't he? 20 odd fights.
Yeah.
What are they doing with him? Is Cash Ali and Happy Bunny? Is Dennis going to come out and do an interview and tell us everything's all right at the inn? Well, we know it isn't.
Yeah, you know
Why
what?
should I let Dennis off? Why should I let Dennis off? Put serving shite up. Why should I give him a pass? Why should I have Dennis's people ringing me? Give him a fucking pass, man. So, oh, fuck. Putting shite out like that. Shite. White collar shite. Dressed up. Masquerading as professional boxing. Why should I give them a pass? I don't give all these other ones around here a pass. If they put something good on, I'll big him up. Like what they're putting up there is pony. You know that, Max. I mean, what's Perry Howe been texting you lately, Max? Does he still want to fight you?
I think last time we spoke, you wanted 2 heavyweight fights before he takes me on.
So Perry Howe needs 2 warm-ups for you, Max, a one-on-one kid. Perry Howe, you're a fucking prick. Fucking hell. You fucking coward. You've had more fights than Max and you need 2 warm-ups before you get into him. You fucking coward. My bet with Perry Howe's safe. I don't think I'll be diving in Riverdon, will I?
Fucking hell.
Oops.
Jesus.
Oh, what's the matter? Hang on a minute, I'm all tangled up. Only I could do this. There you go. We're all untangled now. So Perry Howe against Max the breadcrumb. Perry Howe, I've done it again. Yeah. Perry Howe couldn't beat me, and I'm an old washed up 52-year-old who's had stomach surgery and all his jaw reconstructed. I'm a washed up 52-year-old, and Perry Howe couldn't beat me. Could you, Perry? Hey? Perry the titty man, Howe. The titty man. Hey, Perry. Abs on that kid. Abs on that kid. All you got to do is just keep doing them every day, Perry. And you don't end up with a pair of tits like you. Right. Who's next on the agenda, Max?
Right, you're going at it. Why is everyone getting it? Is it because you've got to get it out your system or something?
Yeah. I'm obviously not fucking wired up, right, am I?
No. So what do you think's going to happen with all this DAZN and Sky, you know, with since MTK going and, you know what I mean? What's happening?
I think what'll happen is DAZN will fuck Eddie Hearn off because he is a prick. Eventually they'll say, you know what, Eddie? We're not falling for this. Nobody wants to work with you. You're a hot dog. And the only thing Eddie's got going for him now in America is the only thing Eddie's got going for him at the moment in America is he's crawling around the ringer of Jake Paul. Because if Jake Paul wasn't entertaining him, there's no room at the inn, is there, for Edward? Well, there isn't, is there? Where's there any room at the inn for him?
Okay, do you think? So do you think Jake Paul, obviously in fight, getting that fighter to fight Katie Taylor, do you think he's actually good for the sport?
Jake Paul's good for the sport. No, I think he's a prick and he should fuck off. He's a prick. He can't fight for toffee. He's pinching money hard at sport. What about all these kids that put the time in as amateurs and pros? And then we've got a prick like him because he's got a big following on social media. Turned up and he's getting 60, 70 million a fucking fight. What about all them kids that come up through amateur ranks? What about all that? Who's speaking up for them? The kids that are 3-0 and 4-0. Who's going out to bat for them? Me. I'm the only one. I don't see anybody else mention it. Me. I'm the only one, and I front them all out.
I do think he looks after his fighters. He pays them well in his camp.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, so he should if he's getting war chests like that.
But I mean, but Joshua's not.
Joshua don't look after anybody. You know what Tom Little got in Saudi? He did a camp up here at EIS. Fought on Joshua's undercard in Saudi. And he got 0.000 whatever of what Joshua got. Joshua got about 70 odd million. He didn't get 30 grand, did he? What's all that about?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Jake Paul doesn't roll like that, I don't think. I think he does look after his
No,
fighting.
no, he might give him a bit, but he's not giving him what he's getting, is he? I have a problem with that.
No, but the thing is I think I saw a interview that Anthony Taylor, who fought Tommy Fury. He said, I got more out of Tommy Fury fight than I did out of all my UFC fights altogether, all my cage fights. And Jake Paul's looked after me very well. So I think fair play to him because, you know, at least he's dishing out dough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For his, you know, for his team and you know, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? If he's giving them a fair whack and what they should be costing and what they are charging, you know, so he's not under shortchanging. I think that's shortchanging Tom Little. 70 million over 30 grand. Come on. He deserves to be in triple figures for that fight in Saudi at least, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right then, mate. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, Max.
Yeah.
A real tonic to have you back. You're looking well. I don't know about the haircut, like Max. It's
Let's see your haircut. There we go then.
shave it every morning. Right.
I dare you to grow it.
Why would I grow it, Max? I look fucking stupid like you when I.
Fucking hell.
Anybody who wants to come on channel, porkycorner@mail.com.
None of them wants to because they
Nobody's
just
got
get...
no bollocks. All they want to do is cause problems behind the scenes for me.
Or they just want to go to live chat and like quote you and bum up to you.
Somebody sent me some knickers here, you know. Somebody sent some knickers here, a size 22 pair of knickers to me. Yeah.
What?
That's some fucking how stupid. At least they weren't soiled. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that yesterday. Yeah, Friday.
Really?
Marks and Spencers as well. I should give my mum, should I? They're a bit too big for her. Right, I'm going, Max. You take care.
Oh, mate, I'll see you in a bit.
Good night. Chat later.
Oh,
Peace
mate.
out, mate.
Pop, pop, bang!